Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, a beloved Lincoln restaurant is closing at a well-known location.
Plus, the latest on the worldwide Facebook outage and the whistleblower going before the Senate today.
But first, some sad news. A Lincoln teenager is killed in a crash. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Lincoln High School community is grieving today.
That's right. An early morning crash took the life of a 16-year-old. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us now at the site of the crash near 70th and Fletcher.
Students and staff at Lincoln High School learned early Tuesday morning that Rashawn Williams, a 10th grader and football player at Lincoln High School, was killed in an early morning car crash. Crisis prevention crews were on campus all day, helping anyone work through their grief.
A number of kids, I want to say, were numb. They really didn't realize that the event had happened. Students were indicating, I just saw him yesterday. I just talked to him. And that was very, very difficult.
The crash happened near 70th and Fletcher Avenue. Police say 3 others were in the vehicle and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The crisis team is helping show what healthy coping strategies look like.
We give permission, and we have started that process now where it is okay to go talk. We acknowledge to our teachers and our staff too that it's okay to take a minute. It is okay to cry, especially if you were close to that student. We're role modeling healthy coping mechanisms.
Around 17 crisis team members were on campus to help.
We let the students take the lead on how they want to share their experiences and talk with an adult.
We give them opportunities, if they like, to make sympathy cards or any type of banners, which is a great expression of appropriate grief, so that that can be given to the families as well. I just think overall we have provided our students with a service to help them cope in the most difficult situations.
If a student is struggling, there are counselors available on campus, and parents can call the school to have counselors check in on their kids if they feel that their child is struggling. Reporting for Nebraska's trusted news source, I'm Ariana Martinez.
Thank you very much, Ariana, for that story tonight. And if students wish to attend a funeral or a vigil, the crisis team recommends a parent or guardians join them to help through a difficult time.
Well, a popular restaurant here in Lincoln is closing its doors for good.
The VALENTINO'S buffet location at 70th and Van Dorn has permanently closed. The location has not been open since October of last year. The company says the decision is due to labor shortages and the effects of the pandemic. The original location opened in October of 1974 and has served the Lincoln community for over 40 years. Now let's get you updated on the latest COVID news here locally.
That's right. Some good news. The 7-day rolling average of new daily COVID-19 cases has gone down.
COVID-19 cases have dropped each of the last 4 weeks, and this includes cases in school-age children across Lancaster County. The percentage of our population 16 and older who are fully vaccinated continues to climb, and I'm happy to say stands at 74% today. However, our positivity rate remains high at just under 10% for the 3rd straight week.
Now this chart here shows daily cases in September that have dropped from 135 at the beginning of the month, now down to about 80 on September 30th. That's a 40% decrease.
However, Pat Lopez says the number of COVID patients in our hospitals went up slightly in that same time period. You can see that here. And she says hospitals remain full. Now, as far as the risk dial, it did not change. It's still in the low orange range, which indicates a high risk of spread of the virus. In Omaha, Kellogg's employees are on strike over wages.
Hundreds of union workers walked out of the plant at midnight. Contract talks with the company have been stalled since last year. Workers say they're fighting for livable wages and better benefits, and they want to get rid of a cap that puts newer workers at a lower wage.
Our people here miss a lot of family functions. It causes a lot of family chaos with the hours. You have to have good spouses, good wives, good husbands, good partners to put up with the hours we work.
There's 6 main entrances to this place, and we'll have folks at every one throughout 24 hours a day.
It's been 50 years since Kellogg workers in Omaha walked off the job. Workers at 3 other U.S. Kellogg's plants are also on strike. That's more than 30,000 employees total, with about 500 in Omaha. Kellogg says its proposals offer significant increases in wages, benefits, and retirement.
Let's talk about your weather, and why not when you have a day like we had today and yesterday. Let's find out, is it going to continue, John?
You know, in bowling, I think this is called bowling a turkey. We've had 3 straight days that were nearly strikes, or were strikes for sure. Lots of sunshine Sunday, lots of sunshine yesterday, and today we've had a lot of sunshine, although some clouds drifting in by late afternoon. Temperatures once again made it up to 80 degrees this afternoon. It's our 3rd consecutive day of that. I remind you that we only average 4 80-degree days in the month of October, typically in Lincoln, so we're nearly there already. 77 degrees is the current temperature in the state capital. You'll notice humidity is a bit higher than what it was yesterday. Dew points have now climbed up to into the lower to mid 50s as you go basically along 77 and east. Further west, we still have some very dry air in place. Now, in the visible satellite imagery, you can see a little cumulus cloud cumulus clouds beginning to move into the area from east to west as little backdoor cold fronts try to move into the area. And you can see a lot more cloud coverage. You go back to the east in Iowa as well as into portions of Missouri. Now, as we go through the rest of the evening, we'll keep a few clouds around. 68 degrees by 8 o'clock, 63 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. We'll have another chance, in fact, a fantastic chance to see the space station fly through the skies again this evening. We'll have details on that. Plus, we've got even warmer temperatures coming our way. I'll tell you when that gets here, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, John. Talk to you later.
Now we go to some national news. You may be seeing the price at the pump go up even more. The price of U.S. crude jumped 1.5% to nearly $79 a barrel. That's a 62% increase in oil prices just this year so far, and a level that hasn't been seen since November of 2014.
Other national news in Georgia, 2 people are dead after a plane crash. The plane disappeared around 6:30 this morning. Police say the wreckage was found in a field. Officials are investigating the cause of the crash. Facebook is cleaning up after a worldwide 6-hour app outage.
And now a whistleblower is testifying before a Senate hearing. Isabel Rosales is in Washington with more.
Facebook needs to take responsibility.
Facebook is trending, and it's a big mess for the social media giant.
I came to realize a devastating truth. Almost no one outside of Facebook knows what happens inside of Facebook.
Whistleblower Frances Haugen testifying in a Senate subcommittee 24 hours after a massive outage took out Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram.
The company's leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people.
The former Facebook product manager is taking aim at the company's algorithms, accusing them of leading young users to harmful content like anorexia.
They have to make sure that the next generation is just as engaged with Instagram as the current one. And the way they'll do that is by making sure that children establish habits before they have good self-regulation.
By hooking kids.
By hooking kids.
That's why she's pleading for congressional oversight. Rare bipartisan agreement.
You and I ought to resolve our differences and introduce legislation. So as Senator Thune said, let's go to work.
Our differences are very minor, or they seem very minor in the face of the revelations that we've now seen.
Facebook spokesperson weighing in on the testimony.
The majority of young people on Instagram are having a good experience, and that is borne out by the documents that were stolen.
In Washington, Isabel Rosales.
Facebook denied the whistleblower's claims in a statement.
And they alleged 60 Minutes, quote, used select company materials to tell a misleading story about the research we do to improve our products, end quote. Still ahead on the news tonight, investigators are still trying to figure out what caused that major oil spill in California.
That story and more coming up next. Now to California, where Orange County is still in a state of emergency due to an oil spill.
We're learning that officials were aware of the spill hours before the energy company reported it. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the very latest.
As crews race to contain and clean this massive oil spill off the Southern California coast, new questions over when authorities first knew about it. According to reports obtained by ABC News, the first apparent call spotting sheen, that thin layer of oil smearing the surface of the water, came at 8:22 Friday. Then 5 hours later, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration satellite took this image, showing what NOAA said with high confidence was oil. But it wasn't until 8:55 the next day, 12 hours later, that Amplify Energy reported a spill.
I'm just disappointed. I wish that we were at least been alerted, just even the basic information.
As investigators lean into the timeline, the first lawsuit linked to the disaster filed in federal court. According to the class action lawsuit against Beta Offshore, a California business owner who regularly performs along Huntington Beach alleges he's losing business due to the closure of the beach and other consequences of the spill. The legal fallout just as officials learn more about the cause of the disaster. Officials say the pipeline that runs just a few miles off the coast of Orange County was likely ruptured by a passing ship's anchor. ABC's Matt Gutman out on the ocean as crews continue the cleanup.
Pretty much everywhere you look, you can fish out these oil tar balls that are floating on the surface of the oil. And also everywhere you look, you can see that sheen of oil on the surface.
Meanwhile, fish and wildlife experts rescuing birds from the sludge. It's believed it could take weeks to assess the impact to wildlife. Residents left in disbelief.
Well, it's heartbreaking.
And Amplify Energy says it will cooperate with authorities, but officials tell ABC News this is likely to turn into a criminal investigation. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Another nice bonus day for sure. We're taking a live look from Schoen's Roofing at Beatrice. You can see we've had a few clouds begin to pop up during the afternoon hours. Generally along Highway 77 and to the east of that is where we're seeing the clouds. West of there, we've got clear skies still, and that's where temperatures are still remaining in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We did hit 80 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln, making our third 80-degree day of the month, and we're almost near the normal amount of 80-degree days for the month, which is at 4. 78 right now in Beatrice. It's 80 still in Aurora and 80 degrees in Grand Island. Wanted to show you the radar imagery, just like it has been the last couple of days. Radar's picking up on some returns. Now we've got clear skies over a lot of the area, a few clouds in some spots, but this is all still picking up on bird activity. And after doing some investigating, I think I've figured out what kind of birds these are. In fact, I talked with Joel Jorgensen from the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission this afternoon, and he tells me a lot of these are likely Franklin's gulls that are in the area, especially around the Lincoln and Lancaster County area, where they're roosting right now on their trip further to the south. In fact, where they're eventually going to, or at least as he tells me, it's going to go down to the west coast of Peru, about a 4,000-mile journey for these little birds as they go down through Mexico and Central America and eventually into South America. So a long journey for them. Not as big of an issue this evening as it has been the last couple of nights. The bird migration forecast shows more activity as you go further to the south through Missouri, Kansas, and especially down towards Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. But we still have some. We're talking low to medium intensity amounts of birds flying through the air. The other thing you can go outside and do tonight, especially if you missed it last night, we'll likely see clear skies, at least mainly clear skies. You can see the International Space Station tonight for 7 minutes. This is a long duration sighting starting at 7:35. It'll start in the northwestern sky and then move steadily across the sky east-southeast. Last night was pretty bright. This will likely be even brighter because it's shortly after sunset. By the way, sunset is at 7:02 this evening. It's the last time until March 13th we'll have a sunset past 7 o'clock. For the rest of this evening, we'll see partly cloudy skies around 64 degrees by 10 o'clock. Not nearly as cool as it has been the last couple of mornings. This morning we got down to 44 degrees at the airport in Lincoln. We'll drop to 54 tomorrow morning because we'll have a few clouds around the area, and the humidity is starting to pick up. Dew points are now sitting in the low 50s, and that's going to keep our temperatures from dropping too much overnight. For tomorrow, I do think we'll see some sunshine early on, but expect to see partly to mostly cloudy skies as we go through the day. By noon, temperatures will be up to right around 70 degrees. Likely gone are the 80s at least least for the next couple of days. High temperatures by afternoon with partly to mostly cloudy skies will only be topping out in the middle 70s for most locations. Now where we have a bit more sunshine out to the west, it may be just a little bit warmer. 77 degrees for a high in Kearney, 76 in Grand Island, 75 degrees in Lincoln. Area of low pressure in the upper levels will still pass off to our east. This may bring an isolated shower Thursday. We are still watching a storm system coming in on Saturday. Now today's computer model runs brings the storm system a little bit further to the south, and that would maybe bring in a chance for some rain sometime Sunday night into Monday morning. I still think the cold front passes through dry Sunday morning. It's going to bring warmer temperatures on Saturday. It's also going to bring a lot of wind Saturday afternoon, and then bring some wind around Sunday afternoon as well. You'll see that impact in the 7-day forecast. Windy on Saturday, a high temperature of 86. In fact, we're back in the 80s for Friday as well. 83 Friday, 86 on Saturday. Still not bad on Sunday with some sun, or make that with some wind around. 74 degrees. And then really our next decent chance for rain probably is not until the middle of next week. Computer models continue to suggest a very strong storm system moving through the Central Plains. Could bring some decent snow as well out towards the Rocky Mountains. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. And again, maybe a chance for some rain somewhere Sunday night, maybe Monday morning. We've still got to work that one out.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, John. Now to Washington, where Congress is trying to prevent a default on its debt before October 18th.
Democratic leadership is pressing for a deal in just days, while also trying to reach a compromise on President Biden's domestic agenda. ABC's Ika Jachi has the latest.
Today, Democratic leaders in Congress say progress on President Biden's Build Back Better agenda is being made, but details are still getting ironed out.
There is more work to do, so we are going to keep at it.
President Biden meeting virtually with moderate Democrats today after meeting with progressives and leadership Monday ahead of his trip to Michigan, where he's selling the public on both his bipartisan infrastructure and Build Back Better social spending initiatives.
These bills are about competitiveness versus complacency. They're about opportunity versus decay.
While Democrats continue to work to pass both of those bills, another deadline is looming over Capitol Hill, October 18th, when Congress will run out of money to pay the bills it owes unless the debt ceiling is raised. It's traditionally done on a bipartisan basis, but Republicans say they won't help this time, accusing the White House of wanting to add trillions in new domestic spending.
While our economy still struggles to fully recover, President Biden wants to slap Americans with the biggest tax hike in half a century.
Financial experts say the consequences will be dire for the country if Congress doesn't. A recent study by Moody's says a default would be a cataclysmic economic scenario and could cost the U.S. economy up to 6 million jobs, wipe out as much as $15 trillion in household wealth, $20 billion owed to seniors on Social Security could go unpaid, and the unemployment rate could soar to around 9%, well above the current rate of 5%. Schumer now telling colleagues that a bill to raise the debt ceiling must come by the end of the week, or he might keep them in the Capitol through the weekend.
We're telling Republicans, we're not asking you to vote for it. Just let us vote.
98% of the current debt was accrued before President Biden took office, including $7.8 trillion, which was added during former President Trump's time in office. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
A man was taken into custody near the U.S. Supreme Court building this morning after reports of a suspicious vehicle.
The man, 55-year-old Dale Melvin from Michigan, was inside an illegally parked SUV. Now, according to Capitol Police, they backed off after Melvin, quote, said, made a statement to the effect of time for talking is done. Crisis negotiators tried to reach out to him, but police say he refused to talk. After over an hour, Melvin was removed from the SUV and arrested. Officers say no weapons were found.
Well, a great day on Wall Street. Take a look at this. The Dow gaining 312 points. NASDAQ was up 178. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, a Facebook whistleblower faces lawmakers. Plus, the pandemic numbers are heading in the right direction, but why it's not time to let your guard down. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the #1 newscast on television.
If this past year has reminded you that you're not done living life
A film crew gets a front row view of a crocodile's bite.
And technology is helping decipher historical letters. Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
Documentary filmmakers shooting in an Australian lagoon got an intimate look at the animal kingdom's most powerful bite when a snappy crocodile went in for its close-up. The ABC News Australia crew was capturing video of the reptiles in their native waters when they spotted one croc giving their aerial drone the stink eye. So they went in for a close-up and the croc went vertical, snatching the drone out of midair. The filmmakers figured it was gone for good, but lo and behold, it was found 2 weeks later, washed ashore, peppered with teeth marks. The mangled drone was done, but the amazing video survived. Ah, chérie, je ne peux pas lire ton écriture manuscrite, which means, babe, I can't read your handwriting. Yeah, it sounds better in French. Scientists in France are using cutting-edge tech to read between the lines, digitally deciphering hand-encrypted hidden words in letters written between Marie Antoinette and her lover some 200-plus years ago. The parchments were examined using X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy and data processing to reveal hidden words such as beloved, adore, and madly. It's believed the letters were sent only a couple of years before the French queen met her famous end at the guillotine. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I wonder why she didn't just text him or email him. Oh.
You never know, or send a pigeon.
Yeah, really. Okay, let's get a final check of your weather with John. Keep it going, John.
Yeah, temperatures outside, upper 70s, still holding on to 80 degrees in a few spots, so a nice end of the day. Lots of sunshine around early on, especially for the western third of the, or really the western two-thirds of the state. A few more clouds off to the east. For the rest of this evening, we'll see partly cloudy skies at worst, 68 degrees by 8, 63 degrees by 10 o'clock. And again, if you want to go out and see the space station this evening, it happens shortly after sunset. Sunset's at 7:02. This is happening at 7:35. The space station will be visible for 7 minutes. It'll enter from the northwest and then exit off to the east-southeast. Grab the kids, head outside and look up. There's astronauts on board right now. The Soyuz just docked early this morning, I believe it is. There's additional astronauts on there right now as well.
All right, very interesting. Thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us tonight.
World News is coming up next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6. Have a good night.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics. 8 investigates Lincoln's overdose crisis. Hear the stories of those affected, learn what help is available, and have your questions answered by experts in an online panel. Friday at 6:30 on Channel 8 and KLKNTV.com. Sponsored by Centerpoint.
Next ET.
Hit me, baby.